So in this demo, I'm going to explain, or I'm going to showcase how to integrate the system logs to Elasticsearch. So I'm going to integrate my own system logs to Elasticsearch. So here, so for to integrate my system logs to Elasticsearch, so I need Elasticsearch cluster. So for that, I'm going to utilize um, Elastic Cloud, 14 days of free free trial edition, which help you to create your create and deploy your Elasticsearch cluster on your the cloud platform, which is your own choice. So that that opportunity was given by the Elastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a deployment of my Elasticsearch on any of these cloud services. Like, so I'm using Amazon Web Services, where uh, the region I'm choosing, uh, which is near to me. So I'm going to choose any one of this. So for me, for example, if I choose Azure, in Azure I can choose the nearby locations. Probably I can choose, let's say it's Pune, Central India, and then so I have so how you want, so you can make it as default, and the latest version you can choose. And then yeah, so advanced settings also there. So you can choose availability zones, all these things. At this moment I'm just making as I'm just leaving as it is the default settings. And now I'm going to create a deployment, so which takes a little time. So I have the deployment credentials. So these are the root credentials. So using these credentials, you can access your the Kibana. Yeah. So the Elasticsearch you can access through these passwords, username and passwords. I'm just keeping it. I'm just downloading it for future purpose. Um, so still the deployment is in progress. And now your deployment is ready. So I can start utilizing this the deployment. So our deployment of Elasticsearch on the cloud is ready. So we can start using our Elasticsearch. So here you can see, so you have the lot of integrations. You can do a lot of integration to Elasticsearch. So there we have an options like so different sort of categorizations. So like on AWS, Azure, and the containers. So like we have the different So for example, if you choose Azure. So in an Azure, so you can ingest, or you can integrate Azure Activity Logs, Azure AD Logs, so Azure Monitor Metrics and Firewall, different sort of logs you can integrate. At the same time, for AWS, you can integrate the God Duty logs and the EC2 instance logs. So different sort of logs you can integrate. So just you need to do is you have just click on the so before it gives you an overview of what is the ECS, and about the ECS, what all the logs you will get it. So all the information and the pre-request. So what are the requirements, and post you click on the add integration, so that so you have step-by-step instructions. So how to integrate. Um, uh, so how to install the agent, Elastic agent on the Windows machine, or if it is a Linux or Mac or Windows. So what is the method of installing the Elastic agent on that particular the targeted mission? I mean, which mission you want to send the logs. So that is the the process. So the same way, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to integrate my own system logs, so my own computer logs. So so what I'm going to do is I'm just search for. So there are a lot of a lot of options. So you can collect the audit beat events also from the different servers. So so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all the logs from my own system. So for that, I'm going to use a system so which collects the system logs and metrics from your server with Elastic Agent. So I'm just clicking on this particular one, and then I'm going to add. So so by clicking on this, so that it will be added to a fleet. So what is a fleet is it which help you to showcase all the agents is installed on your mission. So for example, I'm going to add the agent. So I'm just clicking here, and then I'm going to create a new agent. I'm choosing my first agent policy that as I have created. Then so I'm going to use the Mac, Windows. So this one. So before going to this, what I'm going to do is I'll go to uh, you know uh, integrations, and then I'll come back and see that. So first I'm going to integrate the system logs directly to Elasticsearch. So system, then click on system, then I'm going to add install Elastic Agent, which give me a step-by-step instructions. So I have here the Windows. So what I'm going to do is I'll just copy it. I just copy here. So So before copying it, I make sure I have to download the Elastic Agent. So select the appropriate platform and run the commands to install, enroll, and start the Elastic Agent. Use the commands to set up. So for that, I'm going to for Windows. So I have to download the Elastic Agent first. So for my mission is Windows 64, so that's why I'm downloading the Windows 64 edition. So the Elastic Agent is downloading on my system. So what I'm going to do is I'll unpack this the Elastic Agent, and then I'll keep it into my the program files. So it is download is completed. So I'm going to the to that folder. Then I'm going to unpack this particular file. So extract. I will make sure I'll choose the program files and then keep it on program files. Then I will extract to uh, the program files. So now the Elastic Agent is copying into a program files. So the unpacked file is almost copied to program files. So now what? So you can see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename it as the Elastic Agent. So I just copy Elastic Agent and I just rename it. So I can have the information YML file which tell me which gives you an information about the configuration information and the information related to what all the information it is capturing, what logs it is capturing. So all this information will be there in this YML file. And now, so what I'm going to do is, So it is there already on program files. So the instruction says that so you have to run this particular command. So what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this entire thing and then I'll open my command prompt with administration privileges. So I'll go to program files. Then I will okay. So I will install the Elastic Agent directly. So I just if you see here on the program files, so I will be installing the Elastic Agent. Sorry, that was mistake. One second. CD, and then I go to program files. From there, I choose Elastic Agent. Elastic. From here, I will execute this particular file. Yeah, so now, so the agent elastic agent.exe is the installation was happening. I'm just giving yes. It's actually a was mistake on I've copied everything, but supposed to go to the elastic agent. From there, I have to install this elastic agent.exe. So there I have to install uh, this particular website. It downloads. So this is how the Elastic Agent is installed, but currently the broken server agent, but installation path is missing. Mhm. It shows successfully enrolled. It's successfully enrolled the Elastic Agent. Elastic Agent has been successfully installed. This shows successfully tried restart on Elastic Agent. So yeah, so it looks like everything is fine. So now I'm going to the Elasticsearch, see whether my mission is reflecting or not. Let me check. So first, so I can see here one agent has been enrolled. Now what I'm going to do is I'll go to the fleet. It gives you information about the agents which are reporting. So the agent, so my agent is of my first agent, and under that, so this is my own computer which is reporting. So let me check the desktop 803GFN5 and let me check this is my computer or not. So I'll check and see the properties and see the host name. Yeah, so this is my device name and it is reporting here. So I have all the information like what is the agent ID. So this is agent ID and agent version. So every information was reflecting here. Other monitoring metrics is enabled, monitor logs is enabled, platform is Windows, logging level info, will be gathering the hostname information. So everything is there. Let's see the logs for this host. We can see, uh, so these are the logs we were getting it from this device. So let's see the time 21:39, and so you can see the logs here. So these are the logs we are getting it. So metric logs we are getting it, and let's go and see on the Elastic Security. Go to the security and see what all the information we can see on the dashboards. So since we have not created any dashboards, we don't see anything. But let's explore by going to the host. So the host was integrated. These are my own mission. Let's see what I can see here. So here is the desktop. This is my own mission, which I integrated, and I can see the law events here, the different sort of events, such as uh, so you can see audit. So this is the agent, which is the FileBeat agent, is sending a logs. And this is my own computer, and which is sending a logs, to Elasticsearch. So this is how you can integrate, um, you know, your different sort of it's my own system I have integrated, but at the same time, so if you want to integrate any other mission, so you can use different methods. So like if you want to integrate, like for example, I wanted to integrate only audit logs from the servers, so I can use the audit beat. So, with the audit beat, I'll get only the audit logs from the Windows server. So the process was defined. So it was a clear process. So I just choose only security. If I remove security, so that I can have more. So yeah. So from the Linux, from the the Windows machines, you can use this process. So this is collecting auditing data from host. So for a Windows, you have, so the same way you have to download it. This audit beat file from the download page, and then so you have to what you have to do is you have to make sure to establish the connection. For example, if the host is if it is in this case, my case, I've integrated my own logs. So if the system isn't remote, if the system is other system, remote system, so you have to establish Elasticsearch, the connection between your computer or that remote server and the Elasticsearch. So make sure. So for that, you have to go to the YML file, and then you have to do a changes. So that is so you have to write your cloud ID, so for example, now you have hosted on, I have hosted on Azure, so that now my deployment, my cloud ID is this. So, and I have my password. For example, I have the password like, uh, so this is my passwords where I have the cloud ID instance password. So this is my password I can use, and then I have to configure the YML file. Um, so like so then I will be establishing. So for example, in this case, C drive, if you go to the C drive, so program files, so and Elastic agent. So the same way you can see this is the Elastic agent, which is sitting on my system. And if it is so this is my own system. So I don't need to, establish any sort of connection request or connection thing to Elasticsearch to because it is on my own system. So now, if it is a remote system, you must need to establish the connection from your system to Elasticsearch. So that's why you have to configure here. So for example, you have to go here and then you have to make sure you have to write, the Elastic agent details like this, the sorry, Cloud ID deployment, Cloud ID details, and then passwords. So that then only you will be, then only you have the connection to your, then only your agent will send a logs to the deployment what you have created, right? Otherwise, if you're not given any cloud instance, cloud ID and password, so that you will not have permissions, or you cannot, the agent cannot send the logs to your mission. I mean, your cloud. So this is how, once you given your the cloud and instance, then it establish the connections to the Elastic Cloud. So then you can start audit bit after start your audit bit, it starts sending the logs to Elasticsearch. So that's how you can do it. Since I have already, I already installed the system logs, which gets all the logs. So as of now, I'm not doing it. So this is how you can get the logs from either remote machine, so from my own machine or from the remote. If it is a remote system, so you have to install the beats, audit beats or file beats on the remote machines, and then you have to establish a connection to Elasticsearch to send the logs. So that is how, so you can integrate a different sort of logs. So Elastic supports multiple integrations, as we saw for a cloud, for AWS, Azure, and database, containers, Kubernetes. So different sort of integrations it supports, and the clear instructions given how to integrate or how to install the Elastic agent on different log sources. Uh, yeah, so that's about this particular demo which we discussed. I mean, I talk about more on how to integrate the system logs to my own system logs to Elasticsearch, and exploring those logs here. So like here we saw the different sort of logs on. Um, I can also explore if I have more information. So, for example, if there is any network communication, so that I have the information related to network logs, and at the same time, what I can do is I can have, so as of now, I don't see anything here, any specific network logs for this host. If I can see any information related to users for this particular mission, so I can see only the events of, um, see, I can see only some of the events, that is also audit events I can see. Um, so if I wanted to investigate these logs, if I click here, it automatically opens the timeline. So this is the timeline where you can perform more analysis using the timelines. We will discuss the later about this particular field, the timeline analysis, host level analysis, and everything we are going to see in the next session. So in the next session, so we are going to have ingest some of the honeypot logs, and then we're gonna explore more the SIEM, the different options on SIEM, and how to explore the how to navigate the host network, and how to create a rules, or what all the different types of the rules, the built-in rules available, and what are the different types of rules we can create, so that we are going to see on the the next next video.